All gamers understand the pain. The pain after seeing an incredibly awesome trailer for a new game and having to wait those ridiculously long months until its release. I'm David Foruria and welcome to Off Topic's Top Picks for the video games coming out in 2016, only here on NerdUndergroundTV. In this list, we reveal our top picks for the new games coming out next year. This sadly excludes DLCs and expansions, sorry World of Warcraft, as well as remakes and HD editions. From so many amazing games lined up for next year, it was difficult to slim down the top picks into a decently short list. So before we can present our top 15, here are the runner-ups.
You cover your face, but I know who you are. Emily Caldwin. Nothing is an accident. Everything is in motion. All of it has led you to this exact second in time.
This cave down here.
NFS tells people not to go too far in there. It's pretty dangerous. You're in it, aren't you?
It doesn't seem that dangerous. Whoa, whoa! Ah, no!
Henry!
Seriously, it's completely fine in here.
Damn it. What you doing? I said maintain control.
Durga!
Got eyes on White Hat.
You can't fight the friction! Cocaine is on the move. Cocaine is on the move. Targets are pulling out.
Starting us off at number 15, Homefront: The Revolution. 2 years after the events of 2011's Homefront by Cryo Studios, we take the fight to the Greater Korean Republic in the city of Philadelphia. After some toss-ups with the series' intellectual property, the working sequel was sold from THQ and found its way into publisher Deep Silver's house, where, after some work from developer Crytek, the series was given over to the newly formed Dam Buster Studios. The game has been delayed into 2016 to ensure that the developers give us a best-selling title. Number 14, No Man's Sky. During the Sony conference at 2014's E3, everyone was wowed by the ambitious adventure survival game developed and published by indie studio Hello Games. No Man's Sky gives gamers a universe with 18 quintillion procedurally generated planets to explore and all sorts of flora and fauna to document and upload to the Atlas. Players can partake in awesome space dogfights and planetary exploration with friends and as well as offline. Hello Games has accepted marketing and promotional support from Sony and announced the title will arrive in 2016 on the PlayStation 4 and Microsoft Windows PC. Number 13, Umbrella Corps. The Resident Evil series is a staple of survival games worldwide, and coming early 2016 as a spin-off multiplayer shooter set after the events of Resident Evil 6. With the Umbrella Corporation leftover sought after by major companies and mercenary groups, players have to engage other factions in infested locations all over the world, fighting for these technologies. The game is strictly multiplayer and does not present a campaign. It will be released for Microsoft Windows PC and PlayStation 4 early 2016. Number 12, Star Fox Zero. When gamers list off some of their favorite Nintendo 64 games, it's very rare many of them will not include Star Fox 64. Fans get to return to the R-Wing with Fox McCloud and the whole rest of the gang in another exciting 3D scrolling aircraft shooter that brings back not only the iconic flight combat, but a bit of nostalgia. Originally slated to release November of this year, Star Fox Zero has been delayed until April to allow for more development time. With controls with the Wii U's gamepad, gamers can choose to take the fight to the skies in third person on the television screen, or experience the battle within the cockpit on the gamepad's built-in 6.2-inch touchscreen. Number 11, Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. The teams at Naughty Dog have been acclaimed by critics and fans alike for their impressive Uncharted series, starring a wisecracking fortune hunter, Nathan Drake, and his crazy entanglements with competition and pirates. After their incredibly successful title The Last of Us, Naughty Dog brings back Nathan out of retirement to help his believed-to-be-dead brother in a global-wide adventure to uncover some fabled pirate treasure. After seeing a thrilling car chase at this year's E3, fans are more than anxious for the iconic PlayStation series continuation that is set to release next March. Number 10. Horizon Zero Dawn. From the developers that gave us another PlayStation exclusive staple, Killzone, Guerrilla Games put all their cards into the new IP that was early revealed at PlayStation's conference at E3 this year. Horizon Zero Dawn is set 1,000 years from the present in a world that has been abandoned by humanity and where the new dominant species are robotic creatures. This game is said to not only be an action-adventure with hints of survival, but also has some RPG elements in it as well, which are said to reside within the realms of Assassin's Creed and the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Gamers take control of the main protagonist, Aloy, a hunter from a long-living tribe in this newly formed world. She must hunt down these robotic beings for their resources to survive, using an assortment of techniques from traps and archery to even some silent takedowns. This new IP is set as another PlayStation exclusive and is scheduled to release sometime in 2016. Number 9. Attack on Titan. The nowadays top anime throughout the world can easily go to Shingeki no Kyojin, also known as Attack on Titan. Aside from a tremendously popular fan-made tribute game, link in the description below, no major companies have honestly tried to recreate the heart-pounding experience of swinging through a city with the signature vertical maneuvering equipment, and taking on the Titans that pursue relentlessly for their lives. Now, finally, Omega Force is developing the game that we all want. The game is set to release sometime next year. Number 8. The Legend of Zelda. Besides Mario, the other major poster child for Nintendo and all its characters is Link from the Legend of Zelda series. Even with a short sample of the upcoming game for the Wii U, fans are just as anxious for this game as they would if they have seen an hour-long presentation. The game is said to allow complete exploration of a fully connected overworld, much like the original Legend of Zelda. The player now has more options than before when it comes to taking on the forces of evil. For example, there is more than one way into the dungeons of the game. The game features the largest world in all of the Zelda franchise, pushing the Wii U hardware to its max. We're sure to learn more of the adventure game in months to come, but for now we can only cling to the projected release of next year. Number 7. Hitman. IO Interactive takes us back to the world of guns and knives and even some piano wire as we return to play Agent 47. The Hitman series has become a well-known one in video games and even the big screen, though no live-action interpretation can ever give the viewers the same sense of thrill as scoping out the location for your target and the many options on how you can carry out the job. Guns blazing or completely stealthy. Hitman is to present 6 story missions, 3 sandbox locations, and a contract mode that offers over 800 targets. The gameplay steps away from the linear structure of Hitman Absolution and more like the level design of Hitman Blood Money, with larger emphasis on the NPC behavior and reaction. Each level has over 300 NPCs going about their business, making the maps even larger and more complicated than Absolution. Get ready to hide some bodies, coming March of next year. Number 6. Doom. Legends in gaming. There is one that has set the course for the most popular genre of gaming today, the first-person shooter, and id Software helped set the bar with Doom. Now, id and Bethesda Softworks bring gamers back into the depths of hell, wielding the beloved double-barrel super shotgun and the riveting mess-making chainsaw. Take on the hordes of demons in this wicked FPS that looks to promise excitement and plenty of gore. Prepare to blow some demons apart early next year. Number 5. Far Cry Primal. Mammoths, saber-toothed, spears, and arrows. Sounds like a cave drawing, doesn't it? Well, Ubisoft has gone and taken one of their gem franchises in a direction not many saw coming. Far Cry has always been a fast-paced first-person shooter that plots a whole isolated world and its many dangers against the not-so-experienced player-controlled character. This time, the setting has changed more than just a few thousand miles, more like quite a few thousand years. as the players now step into the harsh lives of those before civilization. Though some are still quite hesitant on the franchise's dramatic direction change, most fans are eager to see what the prehistoric man is capable of doing in glorious Far Cry style. Sharpen those spears and get ready for Far Cry Primal, which is scheduled to release for Xbox One and PlayStation 4 February 23rd, and on PC sometime in March. Number 4. Battleborn. Gearbox Software has made quite a name for itself over the years, especially with their off-the-wall Borderlands series, taking first-person shooters and RPGs to a whole new level and with a very attracting art design. Well, now that very developer has put together what looks to be another game changer with Battleborn. Battleborn goes to show we're going to be having some exciting battles all across the last remaining solar system in the universe, with some very diverse and extraordinary factions. The game design incorporates elements from the ever-growing genre of the multiplayer online battle arena, or MOBA for short, featuring game modes, missions, and as well as character leveling system that all favor into the new genre. With 25 characters to learn and enjoy upon release, we're definitely looking at the next major raid fest that's going to at least consume one person in your life come May 3rd of next year. Number 3. Tom Clancy's The Division. Ever since 2013's E3 weekend, fans have kept an ear to the ground waiting for any news, highlights, trailers, or gameplay for the upcoming Tom Clancy MMO, The Division. The game blew audiences' minds with the extremely detailed Manhattan under lockdown after a devastating pandemic collapses the entire country in a mere 5 days. Players jump in as an agent of the strategic Homeland Division, with given direct authority by the president himself to handle restoring order to the city by any means necessary. Players can patrol the streets solo or as a party with friends. The game even features a second screen participation in a form of a drone. With gorgeous graphics and blood-pumping action, many gamers are already gathering their crew for when the time comes to drop into those dead zones. Coming March 8th of 2016. Number 2. Mass Effect Andromeda. Among the most exciting trilogies in gaming history, as well as one featuring an incredibly high replayability, Mass Effect has given gamers what they truly want from a game. Great story, exploration, awesome tech, and enough lore to take on any of the major sci-fi series out there. Now the adventures in that well-developed universe continue, though without Commander Shepard. Set long after the events of Mass Effect 3, players return to the brilliant storytelling and ironclad third-person shooter formula that we've enjoyed for hundreds of hours. Players are now tasked with heading the colonization of our neighboring galactic community, the Andromeda Galaxy. Ready yourself for another galactic blockbuster that's projected to release late 2016. And finally, our number 1 top pick, Gears of War 4. Third-person shooters have a strong fan base, though if many had to pin the most iconic of that genre, Gears of War is always at the top of the survey. Fans are ecstatic since the announcement of the franchise continuation, regardless if we still don't know who the enemy creatures are quite yet. This will be the 5th installment of the series and is a direct continuation of Gears of War 3. The series development moved over to a new studio called the Coalition. Fans and developers alike are expecting great things and even greater announcements leading up to the projected release of late 2016. Do you agree or disagree with our top picks? Let us know in the comments below. And of course, if you want to see more from us here at Off Topic, subscribe to NerdUndergroundTV today and check out our assortment of Let's Plays, podcasts, and behind-the-scenes videos. Thank you, everyone, and we'll catch you guys next time.